to be trustworthy, to be truthful. And politics is science and art of government.
Politics is about the people.
Yes.
And if you talk about it in a deeper sense, it has to do with how people take decisions on how to lead themselves.
Viewers, we want to welcome you to another interesting episode of Christians in Politics. It's coming to you from ACNN, Anglican Cable Network, Nigeria. And today we'll be looking at the killing of a Roman Catholic priest by Fulani Herdsmen in Benue. This has become a worrisome problem for the whole Nigeria. And now the herdsmen have gradually moved from killing people in their farms. They have entered into church, and they are killing people in the churches now. So we need to look at it again and to see if we can provide some solution to the problem that is ongoing in Benue and other parts of the country. With me in the studio is a brother, a fellow clergyman, the Reverend Canon Benjamin Agbejume is a priest in Abuja Diocese, and is here to join us to look at this ugly incidents that has taken place again. And I also have to join him to discuss this issue with us, brother who is a public affairs analyst, a social affairs analyst, and epidemiologist by training. But his interest in social affairs is almost now overshadowing his original profession. And he's here with us. He's a youth, and one of the persons also born with the passion to make sure that the right thing is done in this country. They are both here with us. So, my Canon, you are welcome again.
Thank you very much.
And our brother Ebuka Ejikam.
Thank you. Viewers, you're welcome.
Thank you for coming. Before we move on with the discussion, it's good to feel what is going on in Benue. And so we want to show you one or two clips about these killings that we are going to talk about.
I believe that President Muhammadu Buhari can bring these killings to an end. I believe that if he rises up, these people will stop. Who are these people? Can they face Buhari? They can't. Buhari should just stand up and speak to them. We don't carry arms. We will not carry arms. We don't teach carrying arms. But we can call on God. Our God is bigger than human ammunition.
I've always prayed that God in his infinite power will be able to stop this unwanted killing that's been going on in Nigeria, be it as a result of religious, communal, political, ritual, whatsoever kind of killing.
It is unacceptable, President Muhammadu Buhari. This is my brother that has been murdered. Fulani herdsmen by Fulani terrorists. President Muhammadu Buhari is sponsoring a genocide against the Tiv nation. I want to call on the United.
Yes, as you can see from the video, the anger of people are building up by the day. You know, this is the first time I've been a priest for over 25 years now. This is the first time I've seen Christians, you know, roll out in the street protesting because they can no longer take what is going on. And in this studio, we have been looking at this matter from different angles. We have talked about the political angle to these things that are going on. We have talked about the economic angle and so many angles. And of course, we also ran an episode not too long ago on the religious angle to this thing. And with this, we have always said that these herdsmen, they are operating under the guise of herdsmen, and we believe they are pushing an agenda we don't understand. Many said it's an agenda to Islamize Nigeria. And it's gradually playing out now. These people have moved from killing people in their farms. It's not only in Benue, it's all over the country. Yeah. The south, the west, the east. And now they are going into the altar to kill innocent worshippers, including Roman Catholic priests. So the matter is gradually getting out of hand. So I want us to look at it. With the video we saw and the anger that is building up in the street, don't you think Christians are being pushed to the very brim? Let me start with you, a layman.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Like you rightly said, presenter, naturally, there's a limit to what a man can take. Even there's a point it comes in the life of a man that things get to you, and if you're not careful, you begin to lose your sanity. We are seeing what is happening in our country, and I think that it's hard time all men of goodwill rose up to condemn this. I mean, it's despicable. Where the traditional herdsmen we've been told to believe that we know are people who don't carry AK-47.
Yes, our president said the traditional herdsmen in Nigeria only carry stick, and at best they carry a cutlass, a machete to cut.
Thank God the president said so, but an unusual problem sometimes demands an out-of-the-box kind of approach to solving it. Okay. If all of us have agreed that traditional herdsmen do not carry AK-47 and arms, then we need to actually come out and define who are these people carrying out this, and is there an agenda behind what they are doing? We've seen people now going to churches, places of worship, and Nigeria constitutionally we are meant to know is a secular state where people are allowed to worship, to subscribe to any god they feel they worship. Nigeria is not running a theocracy. Now, people who have said we are Christians, we are worshiping our God, you are now going there to kill them. What are you pushing? And so there's a time you push somebody to the wall. I pray that our country will not get to that level where life becomes brutally short, like in a society where there is no law. But this agenda we need to...
I think that is where we have been for some time now. Honestly, I think we have gotten to that point.
But we are saying that men who are in places that needs to stand up and do something.
Need to rise up.
Look at the security architecture of our country. Look at the votes that are going in. This year's budget alone, we know how much is going into defense and security. Then what are we doing with those money? To be able, the primary responsibility of government is to safeguard and protect the lives of its citizens. And since in January, 73 persons died in the same Benue. Benue is bleeding.
That is the one that we know.
The one that we accounted, because sometimes papers will give us conservative estimates, and they come out and say it's farmer herdsmen clash. There is no two party to this thing. It's just one party killing people who are innocent and harmless. Okay. And now, then we are now seeing priests.
Okay, now, so, at that point, I want us to take on the media, the priest. Have you been satisfied with the way the media have been reporting this issue? They always say farmer, herdsmen. They even start with farmers. And these are people who are in their own homes, their own villages, where they were born and they have been farming there. And people come with cow, enter their farm, eat all that they planted, they slaughter them and raise down their houses. Then at the end of the day, they are not having arm. Then at the end of the day, the media will say, you know, this is farmer herdsmen class. How do you see that? Is the media really reporting the way it's supposed to be?
Well, I'm very, very speechless and so disappointed in what is happening currently in Nigeria. Before we even talk of the action and inaction of the media, you ask yourself, how did we get to this point?
How did we get it?
Because if you look at what is happening in Nigeria, personally, on my personal opinion, the president should be held responsible for all the killings and whatever that is happening. Because in a country where you have 200 and almost more than 250 ethnic groups, you decided to myopically pick all the service chiefs and the heads of security outfits of this country from just one particular tribe. And this same tribe is the same tribe where these Herdsmen are from. How do you expect, whenever these security chiefs will meet, what language do they speak in their meeting? Do you think that they will take decisions that will affect their people? Do you think the interests of Nigeria will be at the front burner in their meeting instead of the interests of their ethnic group, the Fulanis? The Inspector General of Police is a Fulani man.
He's actually not. He's not. He's a Nupe man from the Niger State. But the religion is
Fulani. Hold on. There's a caller that will speak to us.
I want to commend the panel who are dealing with this issue. The killing of Roman Catholic priest in Benue State, it was a serious issue. And when these priests were killed, President said it is a satanic this thing. If it is a satanic issue, then let Christians face the devil, the Satan. By Christian leaders in this country should allow us to carry gun and face them. Until we face them, they will continue to be killing Christians in this country. We cannot continue like this. We cannot continue like this. Last week it was Reverend Fathers. Today it may be an Anglican priest. Tomorrow it may be a redeemed pastor.
A general overseer.
It may be a general overseer of redeemed or any church. So until the Christian leaders in this country allow us to carry gun and face these people, they will continue to kill us. They should just give us go ahead. Planet of all Nigeria should give us go ahead. General Overseer of Redeemed Christians of God, give us go ahead. And let us face these people. If they can defeat us, good. If they cannot defeat us, good. We cannot continue this way. Now, if we fail to carry gun now, I tell you, in the next 20 years, Christianity will be the thing of past. The Crusaders, before the Christianity began to spread, it was when they said, no, we are free to do whatever we like. We are free to serve whatever God wants to serve. And so they fought during that time. But now what we are doing, I tell you, the way we are taking this thing, we are saying we should pray. We are praying. It's not that we are not praying, we are praying. But we must take action. We must take action. We cannot continue like this. The Israelites, when they were coming from Egypt, the Bible...
To be trustworthy, to be truthful. And politics is science and art of government.
Politics is about the people.
Yes.
And if you talk about it in a deeper sense, it has to do with how people take decision on how to lead themselves.
Viewers, we want to welcome you to another interesting episode of Christians in Politics. It's coming to you from ACNN, Anglican Cable Network, Nigeria. And today we'll be looking at the killing of a Roman Catholic priest by Fulani Herdsmen in Benue. This has become a worrisome problem for the whole Nigeria. And now the herdsmen have gradually moved from killing people in their farms. They have entered into church and they are killing people in the churches now. So we need to look at it again and to see if we can provide some solution to the problem that is ongoing in Benue and other parts of the country. With me in the studio is a brother, a fellow clergyman, the Reverend Canon Benjamin Agbejumeye is a priest in Abuja Diocese and is here to join us to look at this ugly incidents that has taken place again. And I also have to join him to discuss this issue with us, brother who is a public affairs analyst, a social affairs analyst, and epidemiologist by training. But his interest in social affairs is almost now overshadowing his original profession. And he's here with us. He's a youth. And one of the persons also born with the passion to make sure that the right thing is done in this country. They are both here with us. So, my Canon, you are welcome again.
Thank you very much.
And our brother Ebuka Ejikam.
Thank you. Viewers, you're welcome.
Thank you for coming. Before we move on with the discussion, it's good to feel what is going on in Benue. And so, we want to show you one or two clips about these killings that we are going to talk about.
I believe that President Muhammadu Buhari can bring these killings to an end. I believe that if he rises up, these people will stop. Who are these people? Can they face Buhari? They can't. Buhari should just stand up and speak to them. We don't carry arms. We will not carry arms. We don't teach carrying arms. But we can call on God. Our God is bigger than human ammunition.
I've always prayed that God in his infinite power will be able to stop this unwanted killing that's been going on in Nigeria, be it as a result of religious, communal, political, ritual, whatsoever kind of killing.
Sponsoring a genocide. It is unacceptable, President Muhammadu Buhari. This is my brother that has been murdered.
Fear of what will happen if they report accurately what is happening. Because take, for example, a minister of defense in a country will come out to say in the public, in the media, that the killings in Benue is as a result of the anti-grazing, open grazing bill that was passed by the Benue state governor. That was what necessitated the killings by the Fulani.
But they have been killing people even
before they enacted the law. Even in the same Benue, Agatu happened before the law was enacted.
Agatu case happened before the law.
For him to come out to make a sweeping statement of such.
No, they removed the word stupid because
no, not stupid. I didn't say I say it's a sweeping statement.
Okay, because I want to say that even from my own analysis, even some of the statements they are making, they are being made deliberately. I'm tempted
then even the president, the #1 citizen of the country, will go to Benue and tell the people, because if he's saying that yes, the people are not Fulani herdsmen, they are people, ISIS trained by Gaddafi, who migrated into Nigeria. Do you tell your own citizens to accommodate foreigners who are killing them? And now
that is not normal.
That is not normal.
And then how did those external forces, if they are supposed to come, how did they come in?
If your security chiefs, that you so-called security chiefs, are really working, and the money Nigeria is having value for their money on what they are spending on security, why should foreign forces invade a country that you are a president governing and ruling?
The National Assembly is calling for the removal of all the security chiefs. Do you support that? Because of what is going on?
Apparently, I think is a call. Passing a vote of no confidence, so to say, and they call for them to wake up. I mean, they've not served the interest of Nigerians.
No, they are not calling. They have been calling for them to wake up. They are calling for their removal now.
That's what, you know, when my brother, the priest, was saying that the security architecture is poor. You can't have the whole service chiefs, people who are in charge of our defense, coming from a particular religion, not just ethnic group. And I think it's high time we remove them and restructure our security. I mean, you look at the statement that came out from the Inspector General of Police. That was not supposed to be. It's not professional. I think it's high time we begin to place our allegiance on the country, Nigeria, rather than on our different parochial leanings where we are coming from. The Minister of Defense followed it up. The president said it's satanic, but beyond saying this thing, you come out and say we condemn this. What are you doing?
Are you aware the Church of Satan
even came out and distanced themselves and said that he shouldn't be blaming it on Satan, that he's too Abrahamic.
That they are inactive, they didn't handle the matter well, that they are not proactive. So this is not Satan.
You need to rise. And interestingly, are we also aware that
Ibrahim is back from Kogi? Okay. Let's hear him.
Okay, the other man that speak last that said they should give them gun to fight the herdsmen. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
The case is not fighting the herdsmen. What we are going to do, already we know that Mr. President is a failure already. So what we need to do is that just to wait till the next year. Election. Then we will vote him out. So there's nothing like saying maybe we should go and fight. Or if you say we should fight.
Hold on.
That one is going to bring a lot of problems to the country. So what we do is that we should all prepare to vote Mr. President out because it's a failure. Hello, are you hearing me?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, that's what we are going to do. So we should forget about maybe
hold on.
Look for gun to fight herdsmen or other things. What we need to do now is prayer. We should all come together and pray to God so that God will cool them down, and at the end of the day, we vote Mr. President out of that place. Because even the little boy knows that Mr. President is already a failure. That he is not supposed to rule this country. Because I pity those people that voted him. Many of us are crying that we could have Mr. Jonathan there. So I'm just begging you people to cool down and wait for the day of election.
Okay, Mr.
Yes. Hello?
Ibrahim is begging everyone to cool down.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
So just wait for the election. Election is near. So we'll vote him out of that place and look for the right person that will help us.
Well,
thank you.
I appreciate you, Ibrahim. Your counsel is very golden. What he's saying is that, no need for people to carry arms. Instead, we should carry PVC and change the government. That is what Ibrahim is saying from Kogi, because Kogi has also been burning. The governor asked the herdsmen that are dislodged from other places to come to Kogi State, and the very day they entered, Kogi people knew that people have arrived, and they have been killing and messing up the place also. Now, before we go on break, Ibrahim is putting this thing again on the door of the president, and is saying instead of Christians carry placard and carrying gun to face herdsmen, they should rather go and register and carry PVC. And that this is not even only Christians. He said all the people that voted are being killed, and so he doesn't deserve a second chance. How do you see that? Do you think that is a good advice?
Well, Nigerians will decide come 2019. When you give a man a job, normally there are terms of reference.
In your own opinion, he said even the small child in the
village
knows that Mr. President have not performed to the expectation of the people. What is your own personal view? We are entitled to our own.
Of course, views. And I like to be empirical when I analyze issues. This party came into power on three cardinal, so to say, their manifesto, three things. Yes. They talked about economy, they talked about security and corruption. These are the three. When you look at security, my own opinion is that the president has failed. You can't tell me that you've technically defeated Boko Haram somewhere. And then, what of kidnapping, what of killings that are going on? Nigeria has a territorial boundary that are going on in other places.
Hold on, let's quickly take Emmanuel from Lagos. Let's hear from the far west.
Okay. Yes, it's a big shame when we hear our president to make some comments, to make some announcements. How can you come out publicly and say that people... Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes. How can you come out publicly and say that people that are killing your own citizens in your own country, where you are the chief of the commander-in-chief, are not Nigerians? They are foreigners.
Yeah.
Yet you are not doing anything about it. The other day, just a few days ago, when the last massacre in Benue State, and you went for a commissioning something like that in Abuja.
Yes.
Left with chief police IG. Nobody cares about the life that was just lost a night before you made the travel. You made to go and do the commissioning of whatever we don't know at Abuja State. So most times when you go out there and make those comments, I don't blame Nigerians when we begin to make some insultive comment about the. Because being a father, you can't tell me that somebody comes to my house and beat my children and they are not part of my family. I will just come back and tell my children, just forget about them. They are not part of this family. Am I petting my children? What am I doing to protect them? So, in fact, we are tired of this government. I personally don't understand it. You understand me? I don't understand. It's a shame. It's pain. It's a shame to us. So we should do something in this 2019. No matter what they are planning, we have to pray as a body. I know that whenever we join our hands together and pray, God will always hear us. The cry of the loss of Christians in this nation is much. We cannot bear it anymore. If the president likes people's blood, we as Christians, we don't like people's blood. Because life is being lost in this nation every day, yet they are comfortable with it.
So thank you very much, Emmanuel. Thank you very much. The truth is that the thing is getting beyond just saying it's worrisome. And I think you can see every Nigerian is getting angry over what is happening. We will soon go on break. And when we come back from break, we will talk further on this issue. because there are still many angles to look at.
We're deeply concerned by religious violence in Nigeria, including the burning of churches and the killing and persecution of Christians. It's a horrible story. We encourage Nigeria and the federal, state, and local leaders to do everything in their power to immediately secure the affected communities and to protect innocent civilians of all faiths, including Muslims and including Christians.
Living to please God is simply living according to the word of God.
Pleasing God entails you staying with your wife in understanding according to the scripture, not in beating her.
Viewers, we welcome you back. We are still with Ebuka in the studio and Canon Benjamin. Now, you saw the video clip that was shown when Donald Trump was trying to address the audience with President Buhari in the United States, and is also calling for Buhari to rise up and stop the killing of innocent Christians. And he also said if there are Muslims that are being killed, something should be done, because the life of every citizen in this country matters. For us, the Christians, the life of the Muslim matters to us. But I don't know whether our life matters to them. That is another issue entirely. Why are we saying that? Many people are saying to me, even on my way to the studio, some people have confronted me that, look, this matter have religious coloration. And that these people were saying is because the cattle have nothing to feed on. And that is why they are moving about. Now, were the herdsmen looking for grasses inside the altar? What took them to the church? Why the killing of priests? Did they not know these were priests? The priests it's a service that was going on, so the priests were on robe. Did they not know that these were no priests? Why this? Do you really agree that there's a religious agenda?
Seriously, I will say what is happening to me. The crisis in Nigeria right from the time Boko Haram started till the herdsmen took over, because it's the...
Hold on, you will respond. There's one brother, David, from Ogun State, calling in. David.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. About this topic, I am very grateful for you people to bring out this contribution.
Thank you.
The problem we have in this country, I think Nigeria, we're supposed to stand as a Christian to join together, all our brothers, all our Pentecostal brothers, all our county presidents. Let all of us come together, because we, Nigeria, we are choosing for ourselves. It is now for us to come out to choose for us in this country a person that will be ready to work for Nigeria, not for one set of the country. Minister of Defense, you may know. the head of the army, they are the same side. What are we talking about? And we say we are the same Nigeria. And if you look the language of our head of military, they are not even clear what is happening in Benue. What is happening in Benue is something that makes people roll in fear. So we have to appeal to all Christians, everybody to come together to say that God should choose for us in 2019. So we are tired about all this. I pray that Almighty God will answer our prayer. All the innocent people that will be killed, I pray that for Almighty God will console all the people in Benue and all over Nigeria. I'm very thank you, people. God will bless you all.
Thank you.
God will bless Nigeria.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
David is again pointing finger to the fact that the government have not done enough, and that the body language of the government right from the beginning is responsible from this. So, yes, now I was talking to you, Canon. I mean, asking you a question. Do you see religious coloration to this?
It's a religious war. It's a jihad. Because if it's not a jihad, you ask this question. How many Muslims have they killed in Katsina, where the president is from? How many Muslims have they killed in Sokoto? How many Muslims have they killed in Bauchi? How many Muslims have they killed in northern Kaduna? If you look at the trend, the areas where these killings are taking place are predominantly Christian populated areas. You look at Kaduna. Southern Kaduna is Christian dominated areas. You look at Jos. You look at Benue. Benue is purely a Muslim, a Christian dominated state. And if they are saying that, yes, this is not a religious war, in a situation whereby 110 girls were kidnapped, or 106 were kidnapped, 100 who are Muslims were released, 4 died. The only one who is a Christian among them was held back because of her faith. And our president has not done anything, has not taken any single action to see to the release of that girl. And the government is still paying lip service. Just some days ago, you see more that when you go to National Hospital, when a senator was arrested because of allegation that is linked to some, more than 40 policemen were stationed there. How many policemen have been deployed to the areas where they are killing people on daily basis? Now you talk about the Catholic priests. Are the Catholic priests farmers? Were they in the farm? How come that those people that are considered the chief of the minister for defense, let me quote him now, who said that it is because of the anti-open grazing bill enacted by Benue state government, that was why these killings are taking place. And you have the Mieti Yala, the chairman or the secretary of Mieti Yala, coming out publicly to say that they will do everything to frustrate whatever the Benue state governor is doing because of that anti-grazing.
Hold on. We have Patrick from South Africa calling in.
I want to contribute something. What I want to contribute is the president is not doing okay, because I'm a Nigerian living in South Africa. You understand? How can a president write to the South African government to deport all Nigerians back to Nigeria, which is very, very wrong. So I don't know what the president is doing. He's doing wrongly. To my own understanding, how can a president, because there's no Hausa man that's traveling. You understand? There's no Hausa man that's traveling. If you check the people that are traveling to Yoruba and Igbos, you are now writing to South African government to deport all Nigerians back to Nigeria. Most of us have children here. How can you be wicked to your own brothers, to your own sisters, because you don't have your own maybe Hausa people that are traveling to another country. They are not traveling out. Because of that, you are telling another country to deport your own people,
now,
which is very, very wrong.
Patrick.
Please, 2019, we need a change in Nigeria. We need a change. The president must go away. We need a young man to rule Nigeria. We need a young person to rule in Nigeria. This old people, we are tired of them.
Patrick, wait now. Patrick, take it easy.
We don't need you to rule Nigeria anymore. Please, we need young people to rule Nigeria. Please, I'm begging Nigerians. I mean, Nigerians living in South Africa. This president writes to Nigeria, South African government to deport all Nigerians because there's no Hausa man that's traveling out. Can't you see that this man is very, very wicked? We don't need this man anymore. Please,
Patrick, take it easy.
Go to Nigeria, South African prison. Nigerians are there doing nothing, suffering.
See, Patrick. Patrick, you said that in 2019...
We Nigerians must try and do something. Yeah. 2019, if it happened that we even win in South Africa here, need to vote. So that they will send the vote to Nigeria to count.
Patrick, thank you very much for calling in.
Let's do something. This man is fucking wicked.
Patrick, take it easy. Take it easy. Do you know why I was laughing? When you said that we need a change in 2019, because it's change that brought us to where we are now. So if you are calling for a change, you need to define the change so that Nigerians will know the kind of change they are going to go for. Now, the funny aspect of it, Patrick was calling in from South Africa saying that the Nigerian government wrote to South Africa government to deport all Nigerians and bring them back. The problem now is, if they come, there's no job for them to do. They are supposed to engage themselves in farming, which the government say, but no one can even go to the bush to farm again. That is the issue. So if they happen to come, what is going to happen? Now, let us go back to the religious coloration. Now, hold on. I want to listen to this. After Trump addressed the press with Mr. President just a few days back. Now, this just came in from Daily Post, Nigeria. Muslim group warns Christians after Trump tackled Buhari over the killings of Christians. The Muslim Right Concern, MURIC, has criticized U.S. President Donald Trump over his comment on the killing of Christians in Nigeria. Now, does this lay credence to what my brother was saying and what many people have been saying, that this is a religious agenda?
I won't be surprised this is coming. You know, these are like pressure groups and they live to protect their interests. But let's look at it critically based on facts. Interestingly, this thing happened in Benue on Tuesday, perhaps exactly a week today. And then on Friday, if you followed the news, somebody was arrested as the mastermind behind the killing of the Catholic priest in Benue. And what's the person's name? Yaminu Aminu. And police intelligence tells us that that person is a known Boko Haram.
He's a member of Boko
Haram. And so what does Boko Haram, what's their message? They want a caliphate state to advance the cause of Islam and then to propagate jihad. And I was in a discussion somewhere very recently, and somebody from Benue was saying that in 1804, when Usman Danfodio was advancing, that it was the thieves who halted his advance to the Middle Belt areas. So it was a war that they prevented him from spreading, that is what they still want to do in our recent history. So when you look at put one and two together, it would appear that there is a subtle agenda somewhere to make Nigeria.
That one brings me to the issue. I think if the Muslims, in quote, are honest, they are the people fueling this thing, and they have succeeded in convincing Christians and every other Nigerian that this thing that is going on is a religious agenda. Do you know why? When Boko Haram started and they were bombing churches, you needed to see the media. Okay, Austin from Kogi is back. Let's listen to Austin from Kogi.
Well, I thank Almighty God for the people that are presenting us in the TV stage. God will enable them to to do the work of God. Because when you are saying the truth, that's part of work of God. Whatever, I blame Christianity in this country. Because the power and everything has vested into their hands. But they misuse it. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
They misuse it.
What did you say they misused?
The religion that brings whatever we are using today, that they the Christ first and do the work of God. But now we see it as privilege and grace that we can do and do. We are not doing the work of God. Because the school we are going to is the missionary school that bought it. Some private school in Benue now where I'm at now, it's run by Christianity. But how did you see them talk about that Christ in their school? And these people, they are children, they are schooling there. Everything of them is there. But so-called our pastor that established the school, they cannot even set the Lord prayer in that school anymore now. Even my local church I'm doing, they're not even talking about this family herdsmen. They're not even praying for those people that are in trouble. They will forget them because today is good for them. They don't know what tomorrow is going to be. Earlier the better. We have many things to do. God have invested everything into our hands. It's we that is not know how to misuse it. Because everything in this life is we that God invested. But we overlook it. Because we have free will, we have grace.
Austin, you are speaking more in parables. What is your position on the killing of priests and this onslaught on Nigeria? Be a little bit more categorical because Nigerians want to know the truth now. The Muslims want to know the truth. The Christians want to know the truth. Those in government need to be told the truth.
Okay.
What exactly are you feeling about the killings, and what do you think is the way forward?
The killing is very, very bad.
Okay.
For me, and our president, our leaders, we have been hearing them. They are not, the effort they are making, is not helping us to say the facts.
Okay.
The way out, Christianity should wake up.
Okay.
Number one, we can announce fasting all over the country. We should do fasting and pray over it and say with one voice. I heard that they said they should protect. Some said not even think about that. Very after their Sunday service and collect their offering and go. Even to pray for those that is in trouble, it's not their problem self.
Okay.
So this is time to wake up. Tomorrow it may be too late, yo.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. What Austin is saying is that it's not only him, the other callers have also said the same thing, that this is the time for Christians to wake up and speak with one voice and move together in the same strength. And Austin particularly say he was not happy that when Christians were called out to protest, some people didn't announce it in their churches. Some people have not even taken time off to pray for over this matter, and some people didn't come out on that very day. I think Austin and the viewers, I want us to understand that I think the publicity was poor. And even myself, who is at the center here, I got that information very late when we have closed from church that very day. And I think the Christians have all woken up now, and they are beginning to see that Christianity is becoming an danger, especially in Nigeria, and the issue of unity is being looked into, and the issue of speaking with one voice is being looked into. Now, let me come to you, Ebuka. Now, you were talking about religious coloration.
Based on preliminary investigations and things we know of the person that was alleged to be the mastermind of the recent killing of priests in Ngwambalome in Benue State. The nickname is Tashuka, and he's a known Boko Haram member. In fact, report had it that he was there with his group for some days before the attacks happened, and he has concluded plans with some of his members in Borno Yobe.
This is
that's the area where you begin.
Hold on, Mr. Olumide, you can speak up.
All right. I want to make my contribution.
Go on.
Yeah, my contribution is that the Christendom to come to a unity. Let there be no division among us again. Let's put an end to all this division we are experiencing between CAN and PFN. Let us have unity so that we can all fight one cause. for Nigeria to move forward. It is very clear. What we are seeing in our environment now is an
hold on, Mr. Alumide. Hold on, Mr. Alumide.
Prophecy that has been given out by some men of God.
Mr. Alumide, hold on.
Don't come into a one forum.
Mr. Alumide,
with one voice.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Hold on. Just hold on a little. I think there's an error. There's no division between CAN and PFN. What the issue is that CAN is made up of 5 blocks and PFN is 1. The only problem is that some major groups under PFN, some major denominations have not fully identified with CAN. That has been the major issue. CAN is quite all right there cooperating with, PFN have been there cooperating with other blocks. I think what you are trying to say is that other denominations, major denominations who falls within the PFN group should align themselves with the vision of CAN and work under the PFN block so that there can be unity. So I think that is the point you are making. Can you quickly round up your thoughts?
Actually, sir, the point I'm trying to make is that there should be a particular platform where all of us can gather.
Yes.
And because with our number in this country, I think we should be able to get whatever we want to get.
Exactly.
And when you look at the number of people that are here to collect their PVC in different registration points, now you discover that they are Christians. And most of them are Christians. They are from the southwest, they are from the south, they are from the southeast. So it is left for us. You will see a Katsina man from Port Harcourt traveling to Katsina to go and vote. Call a south person that it is high time to go and vote. It will say they have already concluded, they know who is going to win. That should stop. And we all the priests, thank God that you have the priests. We have priests in our in the platform I'm looking at now. The message should be preached. Already in the church where I'm worshiping, it has been part of our announcement now.
That people should carry out their civic responsibility. I appreciate your pastor who is, if he has been talking to you people on the need to carry out your civic responsibility. That pastor is a very responsible pastor. I think every Nigerian should wake up and be participating in politics, because if you don't participate, then we will find ourselves in this kind of mess that we have in our hands today. That is what I believe Olumide is trying to say, that Christians should get. So, Olumide, can you quickly round up your thoughts on this killing of priests in Benue?
To me, if there is any other adjective to qualify the killing of the priests in Benue State,
yes,
apart from being bad, I would have used such. So, to me, we don't have leaders. We only have greedy men and women parading themselves as leaders in this country. And I pray that God will just have mercy on us in all this bloodshed. I think that is my own contribution. Thank you.
Okay.
You know, it should get us worried when citizens begin to lose hope and faith in the people they've elected to see it to their welfare. I mean, I should pray our leaders are listening, because the point this matter is getting to, if nothing is done, it will appear Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb, ready to explode anytime. So
it will appear. Nigeria is already sitting on a time bomb.
So that's the more reason why our president should wake up and take up command. He's the commander-in-chief. Look at going to a church, a sacred place of worship, and killing men in that altar. You leave that place, you go to a burial site, kill other people, wipe them out. And when we look at this thing, we don't just factor in the social dislocation this thing is breeding. I mean, people have been widowed now. People are widows. Children have become orphans overnight. And then these children will grow up with a resentment to the society, a resentment to the Nigerian state. What kind of future? Life has become so cheap in our crime. So these are the things that are burning, and we need to...
Canon Ben, I've not heard Lai Mohammed say anything. Because I expect him to say something, because he is the one always defending the government. In fact, he is the mouthpiece of Nigeria as far as I'm concerned, as the Minister of Information. I expected to hear him condemn this thing loud and clear and make suggestion to Nigeria as he always do. And I've not heard the Director for Orientation Agency talking. What can you say on that kind of attitude?
Well,
just hold on, Ebuka.
Lai Mohammed has never fed Nigerians with the truth. That is the truth. Because it's still the same Lai Mohammed that came out to tell Nigerians that Boko Haram has been technically defeated. It's still the same Lai Mohammed that came out to tell Nigerians that Boko Haram has been degraded. It's still the same Lai Mohammed. It's still the same Lai Mohammed that told us that what we are going through in this country is as a result of the failure of past government. And you ask yourself this question. If it's a failure of past government, what has this government done right that Lai Mohammed will tell Nigerians? What action has Muhammadu Buhari taken with regard to the killings since 70-something people were... How many people have been arrested or tried?
Now,
it's a fact.
Just hold on. That one race has been agitating my mind.
Lai Mohammed is a Muslim.
Hold on. Thanks to the military, who said they have arrested the mastermind of this Benue killing, which my brother have talked about, and we discover is even a well-known member of Boko Haram.
That's the name.
Now, how come they only arrested the mastermind?
That is a problem.
And the perpetrators?
That is a problem.
Is it that, wait, is it really that? You know, in one of the videos shown, the president of Kanatik, Abuja, FCT, was saying that these people cannot match Buhari, our president. If Buhari really wants to deal with this thing, he have the capacity. He's a retired military general, he can do it. Hold on, there's a caller from Zaria. Mr. Paul from Zaria, let's quickly have you before we round up.
Yes, hello.
Yes, we are with you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir, you see, there's this issue of killings, I think it's very barbaric, because for a while now, it has been attacks on Christians all over the north and even the middle belt. Now the middle belt is their focal point. What they want to do now is to break out the middle belt, because it is linked from the north to the south. And so all these attacks are coming not because of anything. It is a jihad. And I'm disappointed that
you said it's what?
The government is doing nothing about it.
Did you say it's a jihad?
When killings are done on the other side, they are happy, they keep quiet about it. And when killings are against the herdsmen, they keep talking all around. That was what happened in southern part of Kaduna, which I happen to come from. So I think we don't have a government. And the more our spiritual leaders don't talk, would be in this mess. So it is expected that our spiritual leaders should talk. Our spiritual leaders are quiet. They don't want to take it direct. They don't want to open up. So I think they should open up their reputation. They should forget about reputation. They should forget about government and just speak out on behalf of Christians in Nigeria. I think that is my take.
Thank you very much, Paul. And Paul is saying that the Christian leaders have not really been speaking the way they ought to be speaking before now. But I thank God. Yes.
Yeah,
now that I think that Paul will be the last person we are going to entertain from outside, because the time is running again. You know, a topic like this is so volatile and many people want to speak. But we cannot have more than that now because we are rounding up. So what do you have to say to the Christian leaders?
Yeah, what I will say before I will say something to the Christian leaders, if these killings, especially that which has to do with the priests, if it was done in the mosque, by now Nigeria would have been burning on fire.
That is what Paul was saying. Hold on, that Paul was saying, this is what has been happening in the north. They are killing Christians, and the Muslims will keep quiet.
And underreported, journalists are not reporting
it. When anything happens to a Muslim, it will be everywhere.
White fire.
Okay, go
on. If you look at, because they just paraded one person. Since January 1st, when 70-something people were killed, and the killing has become a daily affair. Yes. How many people have been arrested? How many people have been tried? And just because the Nigerians, Christians, are now beginning to be agitated, they paraded one person overnight that is the mastermind. And so where are the other people that remember the Christian leaders? Christian is very, very unfortunate and very immoral and ungodly that our Christian leaders are not speaking up, are not saying anything, because some of them have been compromised. Some of them have been bought over. Some of them have sold their consciences. And they are not speaking. But like what Mordecai said to Esther is still what I will repeat in this studio. If they fail to speak, it will happen.
Salvation
will come from other quarters.
What have you to say quickly about one group? They will say they are Christian leaders, they were strange fellows. Whether they are Boko Haram, I don't know.
You know,
I've never come across them.
I think officially Khan came out to disavow them, that they are not their members. You know, everything has become cheap politics in our clan. People speak not from the point of allegiance to the country Nigeria, but from their own narrow interest. So they came out as a face-saving mission to say, yes, they are with us, but we all know the truth. Khan came out, and these people will continue because they want to feed crumbs from the government. But a man who is a man should learn to stand up for what is truth. No matter what you do on the truth will always be the truth. Let me say something.
Quickly, because time is no longer on our side.
The church itself is an agent of social reformation. So our Christian leaders should learn to stand up and speak truth to power. John the Baptist was, a known prophet, but he went to Herod. He spoke truth to power and said, it is not right of you to marry your brother's wife, Herodias. That's like a man speaking truth to power. So if we keep silent, let's not think it will not come to us. Benue is boiling now. Taraba is burning. Adamawa is burning. The Christian parts of those places. So if you think you're safe in Abuja or you're safe in the southeast.
No, there's nowhere safe in
so it's high time we begin to speak out against these evils. This agenda, as we pray, when Nehemiah was rebuilding the broken walls of Jerusalem, as they were stationed there building, some praying, some people were standing up. So it's high time we stand up, watch and pray, so that the enemy will not come in while we are sleeping. This onslaught is against Christians, and we have to stand up and defend the faith of our fathers.
Thank you
for the next generation.
Ebuka, thank you. Just your last 1 minute, because time is up.
Yeah, failure to speak. Failure to speak is the worst crime that a Christian can ever commit against God. Okay. Because God has given us, that is why the Bible says that be wise as a serpent and be gentle as a dove. You must understand the times and be able to speak. Because if you don't speak against evil, and you allow, that is why the Bible made it very clear in the book of Ezekiel, I've made you a prophet before the people. When you see danger coming and you don't sound the trumpet, that the people will escape, and any blood is taken, the blood will be on the head of the prophet or the people.
You are saying,
so I am saying it's very clear.
A Christian that keep quiet this time,
yes,
is not
if a Christian died as a result of your keeping quiet, the blood of that Christian will be on your head, who is the Christian leader.
And Ebuka says watch and pray.
Yeah, Daddy, a renowned author in our clan said the man dies in him who keeps silence in the face of tyranny. And what it will take evil to spread in the societies when good men keep silent. I just bumped on a quote by Martin Luther King. He said, in the end, we will not remember the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. It's hard time we don't keep silence.
I think we are going to round up with that quote from Martin Luther. If we keep quiet, people will remember us for our silence when everything is done. And I think we should not continue to keep quiet. On this note, we want to round up to this episode. I want to thank my Reverend Canon Benjamin Agbejume. We are glad to have you again today. And
thank you very much.
Nigerians are happy to have a man of God like you.
Thank you very much.
And our brother Ebuka, we thank you so much for always answering us when we invite you to the studio.
Yes,
we will call on you again.
Thank you, sir.
And Nigerians who want to thank you for watching and want to advise all Christians to really wake up, pray. We cannot do away with prayer, but like the Word of God says, and then one of the panelists also said, we need to watch and pray.
Prayer.
The watching comes before even the prayer. So next time we'll come back to you again on Christians in Politics. We appreciate all our viewers, and as we always say, the ACNN is there for you to advertise your product. You are doing a special ceremony, let us know. The ACNN will love to cover it for you. And if you want to keep this program going, we will appreciate your sponsorship. Thank you for being there, and we wish Nigeria that we continue in peace and in unity, and we pray that those in government will do something fast. Thank you.